Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Leilani and today's video is going to be a chit chat get ready with me where I talk about some YouTube drama and some beauty community drama. And honestly, these two topics are actually pretty big and I feel like they're really important for different reasons, but I will get into that while I do the video. But before I do get into this video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up if you do enjoy it. Go ahead and comment down below what you think of any of the situations that I'm talking about right now. Give your own little opinion down below and go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I post every single Tuesday and every single Friday. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into this video. So like other chit chat get ready with me's that I do, I'm not going to go step by step. I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing. I'm just gonna do my makeup and talk, but we got a few things to talk about. So I have two topics that I want to talk about. Also, by the way, sorry if you can hear my fan and then my air conditioner is going, but it's not really doing anything. That's why I have my fan on. But it's hot. It's so hot out here. So this is what we need to do to not die. Anyways, so there's two topics that I want to talk about, which you could probably tell by the title. The first one that I wanted to talk about was the Prince family and their colorism. I've talked a lot about colorism on my channel already, even though my channel's new and I haven't talked about a lot of anything. But I've talked about colorism and I gotta talk about colorism again, which is tragic. And then also I'm talking about Jaclyn Hill, which honestly, it kind of sucks. The fact that I have to talk about, well, I don't have to, but the fact that Jaclyn Hill is still giving us material to talk about her is so sad. And yeah, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get into the Prince family first because I have less to say about that, just because I feel like it's so cut and dry. So pretty much if you don't know what's happening with the Prince family, first of all, they are a YouTube family like the Ace family or anything like that. I think they have 3 million subscribers, and if I'm gonna be honest, they're the black side of YouTube. So there's different sides of YouTube, and they're big for the black side of YouTube. And yeah, a lot of teens my age that fit my description, I guess, watch them. I don't like family channels. They're just boring to me, and it's okay, I get it, your baby's cute, but we get it. And the parents are always kind of dumb. Anyways, these parents are no different. They had a baby girl. Congratulations to them. They had a baby girl. They already have 2 sons, and the family is, there's the wife is, she's racially ambiguous if you ask me. You can't really tell if she's actually black. Her mom was white, so I guess she's half black and half white, but she doesn't even look half black and half white because she's super light. And so you don't really know, her name's Bianca, you don't really know Bianca's race. She's just, anyways. Then there's Damien, who's a dark-skinned black dude. And they have 2 sons already, and they just welcomed a baby girl into the world. Congratulations again to them. So they did a vlog of the birth, of course. Of course they're gonna do a vlog of the birth. Are they really a YouTube family if they're not gonna do a vlog of the birth? Come on. Anyways, they did a vlog and they posted it, and it was so sad. The baby wasn't out of the womb for 20 minutes, and they were already talking about how she was basically that she was going to be dark skinned. They were mad that she had brown eyes, or at least Bianca was. Damien, it seemed like he was egging her on. Bianca was oh, she has brown eyes, I thought she was going to have pretty eyes. And Damien, it felt like he was making fun of the ridiculousness of caring about the color of the baby's eyes. How do you care about the color of the baby's eyes as soon as they come out the womb? The first thing that I would care about with my baby is my baby's healthy. My baby has all 10 fingers, all 10 toes. My baby is reacting at coming out as a normal baby, Are they crying the way that a normal baby should cry? Are they, just everything. I mean, I've never had a child, but seriously, that's not the first thing I would worry about, is the color of the baby's eyes, okay? The only reason I would ever care about the color of the baby's eyes that early is if I was like shocked. Like, you know, I have brown eyes and I don't know who I'm gonna marry, but like, let's say I'm with a black guy and the baby's eyes turn out to be blue, I'd be shocked. But sis, I don't know why you're shocked that you married, I don't know if they're even married, but that you're with a black man and the baby's eyes are brown. Like, I'm sorry, that's the dumbest like shocker I've ever seen in my life. Come on now, like, think. Anyways, I don't know why I'm going off so hard, but like, that was just so dumb to me. Like, she just sounded dumb. So then, she was like, I thought that the baby would have pretty eyes. Pause. Sis, you don't say that. Especially don't say that on camera and then don't post it. Like, if you're gonna say it, like, and then you edit it, you maybe might want to check yourself when editing. But they were so dumb that they posted it. I was like, you people could have been colorists in your own homes and could have been colorists behind the scenes, but y'all decided to just post it. Like, y'all wanted people to know. And then the husband was like reassuring her, no, she might still have pretty eyes or whatever. It was just so dumb. Like, brown eyes aren't pretty. That's irritatingly annoying. That part was just ugly. Then they proceeded to look at the baby's ear. Now, I didn't know this, but apparently you could tell the baby's like actual skin color, how they're actually going to come out, because babies always come out lighter than what they are. I came out lighter. You can tell by their ears, right? So they looked at the ears and the baby's ears were dark, right? So they came to the conclusion that they would have a dark-skinned baby girl, a beautiful dark-skinned baby girl. And they sounded upset and disappointed, especially Bianca. It wasn't even really Damien. Damien, you know what he sounded like? He sounded like he was egging her on, like he was trying to make her upset because he knew that she didn't want to have a dark-skinned child, especially a dark-skinned girl, you know? Because apparently dark skin is ugly. Apparently to them, brown skin and dark eyes are ugly, which makes no sense because Damien has brown skin and dark eyes. Like, sis, what did you expect when you were with a black man? I don't understand this. What do you expect? You know what they expected? They expected one of them curly-headed, light-skinned kids, and it's like, you know, if you get a curly-headed, light-skinned kid, great. If you get a dark-skinned, 4C hair child, great, because that child is going to be beautiful no matter what. It bothers me that she could have that reaction. How? There are some people who would kill to have a child. They would do anything in the world to have a child. They don't care what the child looks like, but you're so blessed that you take it for granted. She already has 2 kids and she had another one. She said that she like paid thousands for the child. Some people don't have thousands to pay for children, but this is what you're going to complain about, how the child looks. She was like, oh no, that doesn't, he was like, oh, the baby's going to be dark skinned. And she was like, that doesn't necessarily mean that. She could be lighter. Like, why does it matter? What does it matter? Bianca is a colorist. I don't care what anyone has to say. I don't care. Well, oh, people usually mean like, people are usually colorists, especially in the black community. Like, come on, give it a break. I don't know if y'all were aware, but it's very common to be colorist. It is. People don't check their colorism because they don't understand it. They don't see that it's colorism because we've been brainwashed for 400 years to believe that our skin was ugly. People don't understand that when they make jokes about someone being dark-skinned, they're being colorist. They don't understand that when they say, oh, she's light-skinned, you know, which makes her beautiful, that's colorist, because, you know, like, it's just, they don't check their colorism because they don't understand it, because there's a lot of ignorance still in the black community in 2019, which is sad, but it is true. And honestly, I don't really blame people for not knowing. Okay, I am the type that likes to give, especially in the last year, I've decided that I wanted to be a little more compassionate with people and just understand that, you know, this is not taught. Colorism is not taught in schools. Colorism is not taught in schools whatsoever. racism is because it's been so bad that like they have to say something. But colorism is not taught in schools because it is not as clear as like the KKK. You know what I'm saying? Like people aren't like that. But colorism is still an issue that plagues not only the Black community, but literally every community of color. I mean, in Asian communities, they bleach their skin. And like just in a whole bunch of different type of communities, this is a reality. With that being said, I don't really have any sympathy for Damien and Bianca because I don't have any sympathy for what they're going through with all of the hate and the backlash. Because first of all, if you see a whole bunch of people saying this, check yourself. They don't check themselves. They have yet to check themselves on this. That's what bothers me the most, is that they will not check themselves. They will tell you that you are wrong. They will tell everybody that they are wrong. It doesn't matter who says it. Einstein could come back from the dead and be like, sis, you're wrong. And they would be like, no, Einstein, you're an idiot. They literally, that's their whole attitude about this whole issue. They're like, how could I possibly be colorist? Do you see who I'm with? Colorism is not that cut and dry. That's what people don't understand, and that's what they definitely don't understand. They're really just showing their intelligence level, and it's extremely low. Honestly, I'm being honest. It just seems like they're kind of not the brightest lamps in the furniture store, in the IKEA. They're not the brightest lamps that you could buy. They made a video and all they did was try to defend themselves. And it's like, you know, you can't be the only ones right out of like a whole bunch of people. If a whole bunch of people are giving you backlash, there's probably a reason, you know? There's most likely a reason why people are calling you colorist. Maybe you should look at yourself. Maybe you should look at yourself. And my issue is that they are not humble. They have this super arrogant attitude like, no, you guys are wrong. And it's so ugly to me. So they made the video and they addressed it and it was trash. I didn't watch the video. I saw snippets and the snippets that I saw were garbage. You know, just trying to explain it away, basically saying, well, other people are colorists, so, you know, don't check us. Like, that's pretty much all they were saying, was that other people are colorists, and you guys are colorists too. That's what they were saying. It was actually disgusting. So then, as if the first stuff was not bad enough, as if the response video was not bad enough, as if they weren't getting enough hate, you know what they do? They came out with a video and they were like, oh my gosh, people vandalized our car and wrote colorist on our car. And, you know, we're just getting all this hate. And they basically played victim. And I think that they staged it. I'm actually positive that they staged it for multiple reasons. One, who in the world got their address? Like, how did they get their address? Let me know. Like, how is their address that accessible and yet fans aren't always there at their house? Number one. Number two, if it's not a fan, like if it's not a fan, like, you know, that had to travel there, who in their neighborhood is going to do that? Explain to me who in their neighborhood knew about their drama and was like, you know what, you're a colorist, I hate you, and I'm going to just scribble on your car. They have to do it on video. Are they going to press charges? Are they going to call the cops? Did they call the cops? Did they file a police report? I don't really know, but I think that they staged the whole thing like the Ace family did with their robbery. And it's ugly. And these family channels are just really showing that they do not have IQs. They just are, their IQ is 0, because that was the dumbest move. They could have just, honestly, what they could have done is they could have done the response video and then left it at that, because people were already like lightweight forgiving them, and people forget everything all the time. They always forget stuff. The fact that they then decided to make themselves the victim, it just, it shows that they're not good people, and I won't be subscribing to them anytime soon. I won't be like watching their content. I already didn't like them because of other stuff. I forgot what, but I saw some videos and I was like, ugh. And then this was just the icing on the cake. Like, if they didn't want me to subscribe, they did a very good job at like deterring me from subscribing. So yeah, that's it on them. I have nothing else to say except that they're colorist and they have some low IQs for that one. Like, that was bad. All right, so now that we're done with the colorists, now we have Jaclyn Hill. Let's talk about Jaclyn Cosmetics. Yay! The fact that it's like every time she releases something, every time Jaclyn Hill like moves or breathes, like it's a problem. That says a lot about her. You know, I've been trying to give her the benefit of the doubt because Jaclyn does not seem that bad. Yeah, she lies, and it's like, I don't know, just her stuff is never like the other beauty gurus. It's always about makeup. Like, it's always actually about products, which is, I mean, it's better than other gurus. At least she hasn't been outed for being racist, but like, it's just weird. Her drama is so strange. The sad thing about Jaclyn Hill is that you always know when her drama is going to come. As soon as she announces, hey guys, I'm coming out with a new product, that's when the drama is going to occur, because it's like, this has happened. Drama has happened with too many of her releases. Too many. One is too many, in my opinion. You should not have this many problems with your releases. Why is it that she always gets exposed? Every 6 months, there's something about Jaclyn Hill. And this time was no different. The thing about it is that this is the worst drama, and this is her own brand. She has no one else to blame. Yet somehow she found a way to blame other people, which is, you know, that's a talent, Jaclyn. That is a talent that you have, to blame other people. She has a way of just blaming everyone. She's Miss, oh, I didn't know, and Miss Oblivious, and Miss, this is not really my fault. You know that I wouldn't do this to you guys. Yeah, you would, because you've done it a billion times, and she's done it with different brands. So that says something about you. What's the common factor, Jaclyn? It's you. It is you. It's not Morphe anymore. It's you. Now, I will say that it takes two to tango. So Jaclyn isn't alone necessarily, but she is the common denominator in all of this drama. So it leads me to believe that there's actually something that she's doing, you know, or not doing, you know? So if you don't know, Jaclyn Hill released Jaclyn Cosmetics the end of last month in May. First of all, she's apparently been working on this brand since freaking 2014. For 5 years, she's been working on this brand. And the first thing that she launched were some lipsticks. I said, sis, when I first saw that, I was like, I thought that she would at least come out with a regular collection, which to me consists of at least one palette, lipsticks, lip liners, blush, maybe, oh, highlighter, lip liners, lip glosses. No, she came out with 20 lipsticks. That was her first launch. I saw that on Trend Mood and I was like, okay, 20 lipsticks. You know what, Jaclyn, that is safe. That is safe, because she knows that if she came out with more than lipsticks, she already knows there's going to be more backlash. That's just more products for people to hate, because I mean, she's Jaclyn Hill. I don't know what else to say. And on top of that, they were nude lipsticks. And I was just like, sis, you couldn't have given us like a purple. You couldn't have given us like a, I don't know, some more exciting shades than what she gave us. But I digress. I said, okay, you know what? Whatever. This might be great. You know, this might be great. It didn't look janky. I will admit that when I first saw it, I was just like, okay, this isn't really my aesthetic, but more power to you. I really did not want Jaclyn to fail. I did not want her to fail. I wanted this to be good, actually. I really wanted this to be good, because I thought, you know what, Jaclyn, you've been through a lot, and I thought maybe it was just Morphe that played you, and you know what, you deserve to have a good brand. Boy, was I just wrong. She's Wow, okay, Jaclyn. So she comes out with the lipsticks. They sell out like crazy. They sell like hotcakes. Everybody wants to try this new brand that's been in the works for freaking 5 years. Lipsticks that I guess have been in the works for 5 years, which is very telling if once I get into the rest of this. And people then, once they get their shipments, which there was a problem with the shipments, but I'm not even going to go into that. The product is just, it's already bad on its own. People get their products and there's a whole bunch of defects with the lipsticks. So people open their products, some of them are melted, which it is June, so depending on where you live, the lipsticks could melt. But a lot of people are like, no, I got these like right off of the truck. They can't be melted. So I was like, okay, they're melted. I don't know. That's not it. I don't know. That one, I was like, okay, that could not be from her. You know, I was trying to still give her the benefit of the doubt. Then people were talking about the lines in the lipsticks after they used it. And at that point, I was like, okay, you people just want to have something to hate on her for. Like, you knew that this was going to go wrong somehow, and you knew that there was going to be drama somehow. So you were going to kind of like make a mountain out of a molehill. Now, I have a lipstick right here. This is a ColourPop lipstick. This is in the shade Cinnamon, and they were talking about lines, and I see some lines. You can't see that. You can't. Maybe you can, but there's like, yeah, you can kind of see. There are a few lines in this. Let me grab another lipstick just to show you that that complaint, I didn't feel like that one was warranted. Then here is this one by Essence, and this one has some texture on the top of the lipsticks, on the lipstick. I don't know if you can really see that. I think you can see a little bit. There's like a few lines, but it's nothing to write home about. I just feel like that's kind of normal. They're cream products, so obviously there's gonna be a little something, you know, once you use them, right? But then here's where I was like, okay, no. People started to say that the lipsticks literally started to crumble and started to ball up as they applied them, and that they started to feel grainy, and just that they felt kind of rough. Now, those complaints I have never heard of in my life. I have never, and I mean, I haven't been into makeup that long. I will admit that I haven't been in the makeup game for a very long time, but I will say that I have tried some trash lipsticks, and those were never anything that I've ever experienced, like where it literally, they're like balling up. Like I've never heard of that. Then the most disgusting part of this whole thing, and the thing where I was like, okay, no, this is enough. The balling up was like, that's weird. And the fact that it felt like chippy and like, I don't even know. They said that it felt grainy. I was like, that's weird. Why is that in a cream product? I've never heard of that in my life. Then people literally started to see hair in the top of their lipsticks. People have been showing pictures of hair. I have never seen hair coming out of any of my products. Nothing that I own, none of my makeup, other than my brushes, have hair in it. I was like, what? How does this happen? All right, I had to stop to do my mascara because I did not want to talk while doing my mascara. But Jaclyn is the only person, I swear, she is the only person that I know of that could find a way to have her cosmetics line have hair in it. It's like she found a way. She was like, I know that I've had scandals in the past, but I will trump them all. I will have hair in my freaking lipsticks. That is so, literally, that is the most gross thing ever. And the fact that it's like this is the problem with her cosmetics. It's not the formula. I thought that people are going to be like, this formula is trash, and that would be it. And I would be like, Jaclyn, you know what, just do better with her formula, point blank period. The fact that there's just there's hair in your lipsticks, it's like, sis, you didn't want to be successful, did you? You did not want this to work out. You wanted to find a way for it to fail. I mean, how do you do this? It's like she wanted to fail. It's like she wants to fail. That's the only way that I could ever see someone having hair in their cosmetics line. That is the only way that I could ever see that happening, because there is no other way that I could fathom anyone having hair in their cosmetics line. And it's not just like 2-3 people complaining about that. First of all, 2 or 3 people is too many, you know, because hair that's nasty. I've never heard of that. I've never seen anyone talk about hair being in their stuff. But it's not just 2 or 3 people. It is like 200 to 300 people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's 2,000 to 3,000 people. That is too many people. What are you doing? What are y'all doing? I want to know what they're doing in that factory. Like, let me know. Explain to me how does it get to this? How does it get to there's hair in my there's hair in my lipstick? How does it get to that? So I watched a few videos on this. I am so glad that I didn't pick any up. I mean, they're $18 for some bullet lipsticks, and I feel like that's just pricey for me. Like, I just wouldn't pay that in general. But like, I am so glad that I'm not a Jaclyn Hill stan, because the fact, like, just it's a mess, right? You're paying $18 for hair in your lipstick. So I watched a few videos and they were very interesting. So I saw that girl Shay's video, and that video blew up. A lot of people have seen it. It was a very good video. She was very articulate in her points towards Jaclyn. An all around very well done video. I really was like totally captivated with it. It was like a 50-minute video, so I don't even know how, but I was very captivated with it. Then I watched Raw Beauty Christie's video, and first of all, Raw Beauty Christie's picture of one of her lipsticks definitely went viral. It was like there was a whole bunch of hair. It wasn't just like one hair. There were like a whole bunch of hair sticking out of the top of her lipstick. And that picture went viral, so then I had to watch her video. And she made a great point. So on the lipstick, it says JH. As a lot of people know, even though Jaclyn still goes by Jaclyn Hill, she's getting divorced, or I don't know if the divorce is finalized, but she's definitely not Hill anymore. Like, that's not her last name anymore. And the name of the brand isn't Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. It is Jaclyn Cosmetics. So why does it have JH on it if it's just Jaclyn Cosmetics? Raw Beauty Christie made this point, and a lot of other people have made this point. I know that I've heard some people say that they believe it, some people say that they haven't, but Raw Beauty Christie had, I think, some good evidence for it, which is the JH on the logo of the lipstick, and she basically said that she thinks that these are expired. Or not expired, but they're old. So she said that she thinks that they are old lipsticks because they have the JH on them, and Jaclyn has to go through a lot of rebranding, and she pretty much took extra time to come out with this brand because she was going through that divorce and needed to figure out a way to rebrand the company and basically start kind of her life over without her husband, you know, without her ex-husband. And so she had these in production, and then she decided, well, if I'm going to come out with anything, I might as well come out with these lipsticks that are already done. Now, I know that that does not account for the freaking hair, which is, to me, the most alarming thing about it was the hair. I was like, I've never seen that in my life. But the balling up, I think, might account for it. There's like some weird brown stuff in the lipsticks a little bit, and I think that they said that there's like coconut butters and different butters in the lipstick. So here's what I think happened. This is just my theory. Take what you will from it, but I think that pretty much these lipsticks were already produced. Then she goes through this big divorce. And she's like, how do I rebrand this? I've already made these lipsticks. She goes through this whole thing with rebranding because, you know, Jaclyn likes to take a long time for everything. I don't think it should have taken that long, a year at least. I think that she's been separated for like at least a year. I'm not sure, but pretty much these lipsticks have been sitting around for a while, and the butters in the lipsticks then started to get old. If the best way to put it is that they started to get old, and once they started to, I guess maybe to like interact with oxygen in the air and started to actually see, like, experience different environments than the labs that they've been locked in for all this time, that's when they started to crumble. That's when they started to get a little weird, at least with the crumbling thing. The hair thing, that is the lab. Jaclyn probably used a cheap warehouse, a cheap lab. I'm positive that's probably what she did, because let's be honest, she has a lot of money. Does she have enough money to start a brand? Let's be completely honest. Especially because she might have lost some investors. She might have lost some investors because it takes 5 years. 5 years. I don't know if it takes that long to create a brand. I mean, I'm not really sure, but 5 years is a very long time, and investors might have backed out, so she might not have had the money when it came to starting actual production, and she decided, let's go with the cheapest one, and she found one that was cheap, and that was nasty. Apparently there are pictures of factory workers not using gloves. There's hair in there, there's like smudge marks, all different types of different issues with the lipsticks where it's like, that's production. But at the end of the day, Jaclyn, that is also you. That's your brand, and quality control is on you. Point blank period. This is on you. No, regardless, it doesn't matter if you didn't necessarily make the lipsticks and you didn't necessarily put the hair in the lipsticks one by one. That doesn't matter. It's still your brand, and you decided to put your name on it. You paid the money. You are paying these people, and this is what they're doing. That is on you. So with all this backlash, I think it is totally warranted. I think that there should be more backlash. I think people should be talking about this more. Instead of making 8,000 videos about Kylie's skin, which it didn't have all of these issues, like it was just not the best skincare brand. Oh, whoop-de-doo, there's a bunch of skincare brands just like that. Sorry, she's probably made better skincare than others, and she's probably made worse skincare than others. That's just how the cookie crumbles. But no one, I mean, people are talking about Jaclyn Cosmetics, but like, it should be more talked about because this is disgusting. And the thing that bothers me the most about Jaclyn Hill is that she will not own up to this. She has already made, a whole bunch of tweets about how the factory did this and the factory did that, and I didn't know, and she never knows. She doesn't know anything. Jaclyn Hill is so oblivious. I mean, for someone who has so many subscribers and so much money and is smart enough to make as much money as she has made, she's pretty oblivious. She doesn't know a lot, apparently. Apparently, Jaclyn Hill doesn't know anything about what's going on with any of her products ever. She didn't know about Vault. She doesn't know about this. She doesn't know about anything. She's just, oh my gosh, Jaclyn Hill is just so innocent and just so oblivious. Sis doesn't know a thing. She never knows anything. That irritates me. You are the owner of this company. This is your brand. You can't blame this on Morphe anymore. Sis can't blame it on Morphe anymore, so she's gonna blame it on everybody. The next thing you know, she'll blame it on her dog for not woofing when she put the lipstick on and the dog saw the crumbles, and the dog didn't warn me, so I just didn't know. Literally, that's what Jaclyn Hill is on. That's the crack that she's on. She literally said that her factory workers were using fuzzy gloves. Who uses fuzzy gloves? And how does it get embedded in? What crack is she smoking? Is she on crack? Sis, just own up to it. Say, you know what? I went with a bad lab. This could be so simple. Jaclyn Hill could literally just say, I went with a bad lab because I thought I was going to run out of money. I should have valued my subscribers and my supporters better than that. I know better now. I am going to do better. And then she goes and does better. People would honor the honesty because it is so obvious. Like, we're not dumb. She's basically calling everybody dumb. She's saying, I think that you're going to believe this total blatant obvious lie, this glaring lie. It makes no sense to me how she could think that she can get a one-over on everybody. She's not getting a one-over on anybody. And she can't blame anybody else but herself. She needs to just say, I went with a bad lab. And I released lipsticks that were old. And I know better. And if you want to keep supporting me, thank you. If you don't want to, I understand. And move on and move forward. I don't understand how I'm like 10 years younger than she is and I know better. I don't understand that. I'm going to use one of my bullet lipsticks from ColourPop. And first of all, this has, it's normal. There's not even lines in it, really. Not really. I mean, the lines I can see, but like, I'm gonna use a bullet lipstick. Let's see if it starts to crumble and literally melt and like ball up. Oh, and the tiny holes. Let's see, you know, what happens. Literally perfect after application. Fine. No balling up, no hairs popping out of nowhere. Perfectly fine lipstick, like a regular lipstick. Jaclyn Hill would be so much more respected if she just stopped lying, but she's like, I don't get it. Like, she does stuff that's like bad and then she goes and lies about it. First of all, don't do it. How about you don't do it? You know, how about you have a little more like respect for your followers and don't do stuff like this? Second of all, if you're gonna do it, come up with a better lie. Please come up with better lies. Like, take time to think about your lies before the launch and then do that lie and maybe it'll come out better. Or better yet, and this is just a suggestion, I'm just throwing this out there, maybe you just don't lie, you just tell the truth and you just respect your fan base and you show people the proper respect and don't treat them like idiots. And on top of that, this just all goes to show that Jaclyn Hill is probably one of the most money-hungry people ever, because the fact that she knew about these defects and didn't pull the lipsticks says a lot. The fact that she's, I think, selling bad lipsticks from a bad lab that probably doesn't cost that much, that means that she's marking up her lipsticks way high, paying way less for a lab, and using old products. I think that they're old products. That all just goes into the fact that I think she's money hungry. Apparently the packaging is like so beautiful, but like, how much can packaging really be? You know what I'm saying? Like, packaging, especially like plastic packaging, I don't even know. All I know is that I think that she's money hungry, and I think that that's what it all boils down to. And she will continue to lie to keep making money so that people are like, well, you know what? Jaclyn said that they're going to fix it, so I'm going to buy it, and they're going to come out with trash, garbage lipsticks. And I just wish that Jaclyn would just stop lying. Maybe by the time I upload this video, I'm shooting this on Monday. Maybe on Friday, things will be more resolved. You know how the beauty community is so quick. I don't know, because Jaclyn Hill is a compulsive liar. I think that she's a compulsive liar. I think that she lies. And that just makes me not want to support her. I do love her Bling Boss palette from Morphe. I do have to admit, I love that palette. But like, sis, it could be so simple. It could be so cut and dry. And she's just making it so like not cut and wet. I don't know. Anyways, that is it for this video. I'm sorry about how much I ranted, but it's like these two situations are just, where's the head? Where is the common sense? Where is the education? Where is the brain? Where is the IQ? Is it gone? Is it missing? Where is it? It doesn't make any sense to me. This is so, I'm about to lose it over these people. I don't even know them. Anyways, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for enduring this video. If you've made it this far, I love you. Thank you so much. If you did somehow enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Go ahead and comment down below what you think of everything that I talked about today. Give your own personal opinions. If you have the Jaclyn Hill lipstick, please like tell me how it is down below. And go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I post every single Tuesday and every single Friday. So yeah, that is it for me. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!